Alright guys, so now before we go into the side control, we're going to go into a half guard position, okay? So things change a little bit when the guy has control of your knee, okay? When he doesn't have control of your knee here, you're able to, as he sits up on his underhook, move this knee and use it, or pop it away from him to make him chase you, okay? But once you're in this half guard position and you're kind of smashing him here, and he gets this underhook and he's like controlling your knee here so you can't get your knee out, it's tough for me to start to force that kind of stuff because he can always pinch and roll me over, okay, and make me base this hand. Okay, so as soon as he gets this underhook with the half guard, instead of whizzing, get the underhook, try to reach it high, I'm gonna try and pinch my elbow here, okay, to keep his underhook low. If I keep my hand here, he's gonna start to reach super high for my trap there, and I'll lose my power. Okay, so as soon as he gets this underhook from here, right, boom, I'm gonna start to pinch. Now I'm gonna come over his head and change my base here, okay? From here, I'm gonna look to lock up a Kimura trap on his elbow. So his elbow will be tight here, okay? I'm gonna scoop it with my wrist just like I would a heel hook, okay? And I'm gonna start to peel it up and slide this arm under. Now, as I slide this arm under, I'm gonna simultaneously bring my left leg across his hip and then push his underhook down with my armpit and lock up my Kimura trap. So it'll look like this. I bring this up, I slide this under, start to post up on my toes, shoulder to the ground. My shin's gonna go across his hip and I'm gonna slide back to his wrist, locking up this Kimura trap. Okay, notice how my hips are super high over his shoulders and my shin is controlling his hip right here. Okay, now from here, I'm going to start to slide my foot, my knee out so that my foot is the only thing stuck in his half guard. Okay, from there, I can use my toes to pry his half guard open, get a shoulder roll, and land in this Kimura trap where I can expect a sit up. As he sits up, I can spin myself all the way around, taking his back here, bridging him over, and finishing with an RNC. So let's look at that from this angle. Let's say I'm smashing him here in half guard, boom, he pummels his underhook. As soon as that happens, I'm gonna change my base, okay? Reach over his head. Look for that heel hook on the elbow. As I pry his elbow open here and I reach this arm tight into his armpit, okay? I'm going to start to post up on my toes, allowing me to get the space to slide that free leg across his hip. Once I have that leg shin across his hip, I start to reach back for that Kimura trap grip on his wrist, grabbing a hold of my wrist, pushing my leg against his thigh right here so that I can wiggle till he just has control of my foot. Once he just has my foot here, I'm going to use my toes on his knee to pop my foot out. Give my shoulder roll as he sits up. Slide my leg all the way under him as deep as I can, throwing in this second hook. Okay, once I get this hook, I'm going to try to bring him over to this side. As I bring him over to this side, I'll reach for that seatbelt grip or just straight away to his neck. Controlling here, foot on the hip. This arm, every time it goes around his neck, it reaches as deep as it can on his trap. I can go palm to palm here, hiding my forearm behind his head or behind his shoulder blades and squeeze. If I can't get my tap there, slide this hand behind his head, grabbing my bicep and getting the finish. Okay, so that's a clever way for you to counter the underhook from the half guard position when you're smashing them and they have your knee right there and you can't hit the turnaround or the back step stuff.